Hello, everybody. Welcome to a brand new campaign for TNT Nerds, where we are returning to the world of Vehryn. Mr. Nadz, if you could bring up Roll20, please, on the screen to show the picture that is currently on there. I would appreciate it.
Okay, yes, we are up.
There we go. So to begin, before we begin, I need to give credit where it is due and say that all maps in this stream and video were created using assets from Forgotten Adventures, and a whole bunch of tokens that may appear were also obtained from Forgotten Adventures, which is www.forgotten-adventures.net. A link is in the chat, and the link will also be in the description of the video when it goes up on YouTube. Right, so with that, we're going to go straight in to the world of Vehryn, as it is. Stories. Traditionally, all stories start at the beginning. This one, however, starts with an end. Because in the end, the good guys lost. Now, if this had been a regular band of adventurers, looking to fatten their coin purses with some dungeon delving and monster slaying, then the story would have been quite short. The party went into the darkness and didn't return. The end. Roll credits. This, however, was not a regular band of adventurers. Unbeknownst to them, the fate of the world, of multiple realms even, hinged upon their success. 4 adventurers and 1 displacer kitten. All fate touched in individual ways went into the darkness, but only 1 returned. Despite his desire to fight and fall with his comrades, that one fled with the laughter of ghosts and worse ringing in his ears, and the claws of the kitten digging into his back, spurring him on. And beyond the hearing of any mortal, the distraught screams of a mostly forgotten goddess echoed into the void, only to be met with the insane laughter of her polar opposite coming the other way. And while he made his escape, what became of his former companions? Borne away into deeper darkness, their remains were lost to the world of light. Into the lowest pits of the Underdark they were taken, to a forgotten temple dedicated to a being of such depravity that even the denizens of the dark place shunned it. There, a ritual was cast, a sword was stolen, and an insane deity was released from his prison. The seal that had bound him for millennia had finally been shattered, and he was free to enter the prime material once more. He had not been idle in his imprisonment, and he had struck bargains with other failed deities while he bade his time. And so, when he emerged into the world once more, he did not come alone, and Armageddon was unleashed. And in the end, the good guys lost, and with them, so was the world. But, as a scribe from another universe once wrote, there are other worlds than these. And in those places a seed of hope might be planted, and over time may bloom into something wholly unexpected. That unexpected thing now stands in the doorway of a room he has been searching for 20 years. And in opening that door, he has caused fate to flip a coin. A sequence of events that could either save what remains of the world or doom the entirety of existence to eternal darkness has been set into motion. Fate has flipped her coin. Shall we see where it will fall? Grey and Rune. You open your eyes. You see light spilling through a doorway. And silhouetted against that doorway is a very, very large figure with very, very large antlers. And as you're acclimatizing to what this might mean, the figure storms forward. And in a voice very familiar, "Oh my god! Oh! I found you! I found you! Gray! Rune! Oh! Nadja! We found them! We found them!" And padding in behind this creature comes a fully grown displacer kitten, or cat, or displacer beast. Its tendrils high up in the air. And as it walks forward, it approaches Rune. And without moving its mouth, you hear, "Father Rune, we have found you. Finally."
Did we both? Do we both hear that, or does Rune just hear that?
No. We both hear it.
What? We're conscious.
You are conscious.
Rune probably thinks that he's... Given the last thing that he remembers, probably thinks he's been knocked out and is having some weird hallucination. Maybe he'd been out for a few minutes, but he kind of opens his eyes and kind of clears his throat a bit. What happened?
Well, there's no easy way to say this, but, I think you died.
But?
Yeah, you kind of died, I think. I think you died. I'm pretty sure you died. I mean, you don't look any different from the last time I saw you, apart from you're looking a little bit rough around the face area.
Gray, up to this point, has been almost frozen with his eyes wide. I think you can all remember Gray was incredibly skeptical of this displacer kitten from the get-go. Now seeing like a fully grown displacer beast enter the room, he's literally just like clawing onto the this. I assume we were laid on like stone slabs.
You are indeed, yes. You are laid out on stone slabs. You are not wearing it very much at all. You are wearing trousers, grey, but nothing, no shirt or top or anything. Rune, you have been relieved of your equipment and armor, but you are clothed in regular civvies.
Yeah, up to this point I would have been basically frozen and silent, but suddenly something dawns on me, and I look down to my chest and palm my hands onto my naked chest. What do I see when I look down?
Looking down, your skin still grey, as it was before, quite ashen. Now, however, there is a scar, almost in the shape of, almost like an inverted peace sign. It's like a line downwards with 3 lines coming off it, pointing down towards your lower area.
Mm-hmm. And has it been like sewn up again, or how much?
It looks like it's healed, but just a kind of ragged scar tissue.
Okay.
Fuck. Rune's still trying to get his bearings, looks around, and maybe it's the shock of what he's been told, or he doesn't really know why, but Bonk looks different. He hears his voice, but he's entirely purple.
Oh yes,
with
entirely
antlers?
purple, big green antlers, as if from an elk. Possibly even bigger than he used to be.
Bonk? Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, forgot. Yeah, look at this. Check it out. I'm like big and purple and stuff. It's great.
What happened?
Yeah, a lot has happened.
Was it that axe?
That's one thing. Yeah, the axe is, and he goes behind his back and pulls out an axe. It doesn't look anything like the axe that you saw previously. Previously, it looked like a regular axe with a proper haft, and the blade just happened to be made out of obsidian rather than metal.
Yeah.
But now it looks like it's turned into an almost feral weapon. The shaft is a kind of branch that's twisted. The blade is jagged, like it's been hewn from like an actual obsidian shard. Yeah, a lot has happened actually, but we do kind of need to leave now.
At this point, Gray begins frantically looking around him, like even under where he was laid and in the corners, and he's, where's my sword? Where's my sword?
I don't know.
Wait.
Well,
hang on. I would like to try and manifest my sword in my hand.
okay. So, as you have done many times before, you focus on what you want, and you bring your hand around to grab the handle. In doing so, you feel a sharp, cold stabbing in the same place that the sword would have normally emerged. And you grip a handle, and you pull. The sword that you pull is not the same as the one that you had previously. This looks like what would happen if you took a sword and you polished it to a mirror sheen, and you took it out into a star-filled night, and you let the reflections reflect off the blade, and then you took the blade away.
Ooh.
Leaving only the reflections and the starshine left.
Is it almost like a slit in reality, almost, the blade? Is that what you mean?
Almost like a spectral sword, almost.
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
I look down at it with a... my immediate look would be of horror, and then an expression of grief almost passes my face, and then I slowly turn to Bonk, completely ignoring the displacer beast at this point, and just say, Bonk, what happened? What happened, Bonk?
A lot happened. It's too much to go into here. We need to go.
Okay.
And at this point, he goes off to one side. Nadia is still with you, Rune, and her massive tentacles now are kind of very gently touching you, as if to like confirm that you are there.
Nadia, this can't be my cat. Is it you?
Father Rune, it's been a long time.
What's this new development?
Looking at her now that you've focused a bit more, you can see that around her neck is a silver collar with a red gem attached to it, and every time she speaks, it glows.
Whoa, that's cool. That's not in character, sorry. Oh my god! And again. Oh.
And as she's like touching you, she looks back at you, Gray, and you know her eyes have been like big happy cat eyes, and as soon as she looks at you, they kind of dim. You know, they slit slightly, and she kind of looks at you and goes, Rune? Sorry, Gray.
It's happening
and then
again.
she looks past you, Gray, behind you, and pads over to another stone slab, on which lays the recumbent form of Rikal, who has not reawoken.
I'll get up, stretch, and go over to where she's gone to it and where Rikal lays.
How does he look? Is it a corpse? Is it a...
Yeah. Whereas you two don't appear to have any wounds upon you, apart from your scar, Grey. he still bears the wounds that he suffered during the final battle that you went through. So he's looking rather banged up and rather beaten. He has also been removed of his armor and kit. As Nadia approaches this slab, though, you see her stiffen and her tentacles go up in a kind of attack pose. And she pads around the side of it, of the slab, and leans down, which, Fichte, is the first thing that you'll see as you open your eyes, is an enormous Displacer Beast head looking at you and sniffing you gently.
What is this? Am I? Who are you? What the fuck?
Father Rune, I don't recognize this person,
Oh no.
man.
Do I hear that?
Yep.
Why are you talking?
I'm kind of
looking past the beast. And who are you?
Rune's kind of
no.
ignoring all of this and looking down at Rikal. He puts a hand on his chest. Does he look... So he looks like he was preserved with us? Or does he look dead?
He looks dead. He still is all banged up and cut up and smashed up from, the wounds that he took in the previous battle.
But is he like a withered corpse, or is he?
No. He looks like he's just died.
Okay.
But he is clearly, dead.
No. Rikal.
I'm actually going to turn to Bonk and say, can you call this beast off of this guy before it eats his face?
She doesn't eat faces unless I specifically ask you to. Nadia, come here. She pads off.
This is Nadia. Okay. I am crazy. Nothing is real. This is... He just starts talking and looking around, very slowly moving his head. What you do see on this man's face is nothing. He is... Without him blinking and without him moving his lips, he would look like a statue. He looks as if he's been chiseled out of marble. Black and white and a mottled kind of look that marble has. He just looks like he's made of stone.
Okay. I'm going to approach him and offer a hand to help him up and ask him, are you okay there, mate? You're not looking too great.
I could say the same about you.
Oh, really?
And tentatively he'd reach for the hand.
Well, it looks like we're just picking up all sorts of strangers. Oh, shit.
Holy fuck, you're purple! What the...
Hi. Yeah, Bonk. My name's Bonk. You can call me Garen, you can call me T, you can call me Bonk. Hold on, mate.
Also, I love you, Troy. Thank you so much.
It's all right. He's that one really is harmless. He looks slightly.
Are you sure?
Terrifying. And no, he's harmless. To us anyway.
Yeah. Hold on a minute. Sorry. Yeah, you. Oh, what was your name again? And he steps out of the doorway and looks off to the one side, saying, "Yeah, sorry about that. Do you want to come in? I think I'm meeting everyone. Yeah, come. Just yeah." He's stuttering over his words. He's like, "Just come in and say hi to everybody. We do need to leave as quickly as possible. If you'd like to describe yourself, Rich."
So as Bonk steps out of the way, you see a hooded figure step kind of almost like peer around the corner initially and then step forward, and he peels the hood down and you see a sort of grey, sort of sunken face, but a long greyish, like almost what once was blonde, sort of long ponytail. Elven features, elven man, but certainly very unique, not like the classic elf you'd see. And he steps forward. And just off behind him, you see a relatively large-ish looming shadow behind him. But you can't make that out at the moment. And he steps forward into the doorway and he says, well, it looks like we're a band of all sorts, doesn't it? Hello? Hello?
Can I just ask at this point, do we all have these markings around our eyes, as is shown in the portraits?
The portrait, basically, so Rune looks like he may have died a little while ago, but has, not started to decompose particularly badly yet. Yourself, Grey, you looked very emo to begin with.
I never looked great, did I? I mean,
that's probably an understatement and a half.
Yeah, but death has not been particularly kind to you. Despite the fact that, in theory, you weren't dead for that long before you were sealed away. You're looking rather, you wouldn't be mistaken for a living person. Let's put it that way.
okay.
Fichte, however,
Fichte, not Fichte.
Well, you shouldn't have a ch in your name. Fichte doesn't actually look bad at all. The markings on his face are actually part of the marble markings of his actual face, whereas Tarathiel looks like he might have been dead for quite a while.
Oh no!
But I specifically mean these black, like this like running mascara look. This very like. We all clearly have that on our faces, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you are all looking like you've just you're going to be trying to apply to go and join Immortal at any given time.
So I look back between us, all four of us now, and then I. Do I have this going on as well? Pointing to my cheeks, where you would have the same markings on your faces.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking a bit rough.
Yeah. Da. Yeah.
What
Yeah.
the-
What's
What does this mean? Do we? Okay, I mean, you just woke up. I'm going to point to the elf that I can see. You just woke up, I'm assuming?
Yeah, this large purple beast, Bonk, as he introduced himself, he came in very much the manner that he did with you guys, that I was awoken and I'm now here.
Yeah, I found him in a different room. I may have opened up quite a few different rooms getting here. One or two of them were occupied, not by things that were happy to see me. But I found him. He was in a similar situation to what you guys are in. He was laid out on a slab. I opened up the door. I went in. I looked down. I thought, "Fuck me, he's dead, very dead." And then he started moving. I was a bit surprised, but it's fine. And so I kind of brought him with us because it seemed kind of like the right thing to do, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm
fair
sorry.
enough.
Run that back just a little.
Which bit?
You
Yeah,
were dead.
I think
You
Bonk
both
has,
were brought in and you were dead.
Yeah.
And then something happened and I'm pretty sure I died. How is this happening? What is going on?
Yeah. As I mentioned, lots of stuff has happened. This is possibly the very worst place that we can stop and talk about it. So what we need to do is go. You guys need to follow me and Nadia, and we will leave, get somewhere safe, and I promise I will explain everything. All right?
I have one question
Okay.
before we go. And at this point, if
Yes.
everyone turns round, they'll see that I am standing there holding, and I'm holding Raquel's body in my arms. And I'll just look at Grey and Bonk, and I'll just say, "He's not coming back with us. What do we do? Do we leave him here?"
I mean, we can take him. We can give him a proper burial back home.
Yes.
But yeah, give him me. I'll carry him.
Right, be careful. We must take him back to his order and make sure he is buried in...
Yeah. Yeah. We'll take him back, and we'll deal with him when we get back.
Right.
I'd
okay.
like to not dispel, but hide my sword back in its little pocket dimension.
Yep.
And I'd like to, before we leave this room, I'd like to glance around and say, do I see any of my stuff, or am I literally just wearing a pair of trousers?
You are only wearing a pair of trousers, but all of your stuff, and Ricar's and Rune's, has been just discarded in a corner by the door.
Ah, okay.
Oh,
In
is
that
there
case,
stuff there?
Yes.
I would hastily begin grabbing my stuff,
Yeah.
and
Quickly
there was a
chuck me armor on.
breastplate there, so I'll quickly put that on. And say, okay,
Wow.
Bonk, 2 minutes, Bonk, we'll grab our stuff, we can leave, and then you can explain what the fuck has been going on.
Yeah. Cool. Right, Naja, can you get out on stay in the door? If you smell anything, if you smell him, let me know. All right, and we'll book. All right.
While people are grabbing stuff, Fichte is beginning to pat himself down, because he is wearing armor and weapons and is, unlike you, fully clothed, and he's now checking that everything is there. There's daggers on belts, there's a sword on his back, there's cloak and leathers, and...
He's wearing leathers?
Yes.
Okay.
Forgive me. It's wonderful that you've come to save your friends and kind of me in the process, but who are you all? I know the whole thing of telling us what's happening later. It can happen later, but at least I'd like to know your names if we're going to escape whatever the fuck this is.
Okay. I point to myself, Grey. I point to Rune and say, "That's Rune. The big purple one's Bonk. This is Hope it doesn't eat your face. And what was your name?" I say, pointing to the elf.
My name is Tarathiel, but majority of people just call me Taral. It's a little bit easier.
Taral.
Tarathiel, but Taral is what he's known as.
Okay. And I turn back, and you were Mr. Fichte?
Yeah, Fichte Oafstend. Just Fichte.
Interesting.
Okay. As I'm strapping on the last bit of my chainmail, I put my sword on. Say, okay, let's walk and talk. And then, as I go towards the door and I see Nadia, I bend down in front of her and scritch behind her ears, and I say, "I'm so sorry I wasn't there to see you grow, but you are magnificent."
Thank you, Father Rune. I am very pleased to see you.
We're going to have to fix that collar.
What are you doing anything with Ricol's gear, or are you?
Oh, yeah, we'll take
behind?
that. Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Are you going to take all the gear?
Well, his holy symbol, I will probably put that around my neck.
Trying to remember what happened, there were a couple of things that he might have had of use. Like his armor, and like Rune, do we really want to take his armor? It's just heavy and...
What armor was it that he was wearing?
It was a splint mail armor.
Splint mail.
And I mean, unless you want to use it,
I mean,
I don't think he'd mind.
give me a second. Yeah.
While Rune's considering that, can I rifle through what Rickard had?
Yeah.
I'm sure Rickard had a token from the Raven Queen.
Did you recall?
Yes.
Mm.
Can I find that?
Yeah, I mean, his stuff has literally just been discarded into. It's clear that somebody just stripped him of his stuff and just chucked it in the corner without any regard. There's been no, it's not been placed nicely anywhere. There hasn't been. It doesn't look like it's been looked through previously either.
Okay, so I find the coin.
The token for the Raven Queen, I believe, was a crystal.
Was it a crystal? Okay.
It was a crystal with a feather in it.
Okay, but I find it.
Yes.
I look at that and then I contemplate for a second and say, "Yeah, we probably should have used this."
Well,
I wonder if it still works, but I'm just going to pocket it anyway.
As you turn around to ask me that, I'm halfway into the splint. Like, yeah, I think I could use this.
I think apart from what else Rickle had, his weapons, he had a mace, he did have a warhammer, he did have a ruby on him, and then I think just the sort of the boring stuff, some incense and like a prayer book and a spell book.
I think as Rune said, we would take his holy symbol.
Yeah. I'll take his prayer book as well, because that was important to him.
Okay, and the prayer book. And if there's a ruby, if I find a ruby, I'm gonna take a ruby.
I'll take his warhammer too.
Was it a warhammer? I thought it was a mace.
I had both.
He had both.
Okay.
Warhammer and a mace.
Okay.
While they're just finalising, putting new armour on, etc., I would look to Bonk and say, excuse me, Herr Bonk?
Oh yeah. Yes. I mean, my hair is purple, but yeah.
No, never mind. This is going to be a bit of a fight to get out of here, or is it something that we can slip quite unnoticed?
I prefer to slip unnoticed when possible, but there is always the chance that you might meet something on the way out that you don't want to meet. So just be on your guard. Keep an eye out. Nadz is pretty good. Sorry.
Have you pissed off anything that you've left alive?
Yeah. Bonk doesn't
I
tend
am
to
going to
leave
take
things
that as a
alive.
no. Oh, you are very large.
I know. Yeah, it helps a lot. But Roger here, and he
so many questions.
Oh yes, and we will answer them all when we're safe. All right, this is not a safe place. I wouldn't be here if I didn't know that you guys were here. All right, so we need to fuck right off right now. Okay, are we done? Are we all ready?
Yeah.
Fichte's going to pull the shoulder holstered sword off and give it a couple of practice swings and feel if there's any weirdness from dying, because what the fuck? I just like, oh, this is weird. Am I dead? Am I dreaming? What the fuck? He's just mumbling to himself at this point.
As I leave the room, I'd like to pass Bonk, and I'm going to look up to him and pat him on his enormous boulder-sized peck, and just say, "Purple suits you." And I like the horns. Gives me something to hold on to. Keep walking.
What? I mean, yeah, the horns are good. I do forget sometimes that they're there, and I'll try to walk through a door, and I can't figure out why until, I need to go sideways.
Is there any door that fits you?
No. Well, yes, actually, there are a few now, but that's because they're made to measure.
Okay. Good to know.
Right. Nigel?
I'm going to apologise now. This accent keeps slipping and doing weird
Don't
things,
worry.
and I'm not sure of it.
I'm still not cool with my accent, but I'm just... We're in it. We're in it. Just commit.
Oh, yep. Fuck it.
Well,
I died. It doesn't have to be perfect.
If it's any help, I'm absolutely set with mine. I've been practicing it for a few weeks. So.
You're a prick. You're a prick.
For nearly 40 years.
I'm just happy that all I have to do is just do a deeper voice. It works pretty well. Right.
And as I'm passing
Right.
Bonk, I'll just pat him on the shoulder and go, "It's good to see you, my friend."
Oh, you have no idea how good it is to see you. I've been looking for a while. Right. Come on. Narja, on point. Everyone behind me. Do not fall behind. If you hear something, anything, tell me immediately.
All right.
Right?
Oh, I'm listening, alright.
Right, I suppose, yes.
Let's go. So, as you exit this temple-ish room, the room itself is, has been dark and echoey. Your voices have been echoing quite a bit as you've been chatting. Stepping out through the door, you emerge into what appears to be almost a canyon. At the bottom of a canyon, but underground. So a canyon within a cavern. Looking up, it just keeps on going up and up and up into the darkness. Either side of you, walls are climbing up, and then they peak off and go up the top, stopping and looking behind. The building itself, it appears to be white, almost, or at least an off-grey, but with black mould or something similar growing down the wall and up from the floor. It's clearly in a state of disrepair.
Is any of this familiar to us, or this isn't where we were before?
No,
Or
not at all.
Are we in a completely different location, or would we not be able to?
Yeah, you are a completely different location, and let's have some first rolls of the game. Give me, I don't know, some insight checks, please, everybody.
Insight.
Okay.
That is 16.
That was acrobatics. Insight.
Me? No, that was a natural one.
Oh no! So the natural, the acrobatics was something from previously. Okay, so
Oh yeah, I was
7
testing
from
my
me.
rolls out before. Sorry.
okay,
Fuck's sake. I have an insight of 0. I'm not even looking. I'm looking down at my hands as we leave.
okay, right. So as you exit, we're going. You obviously are all a bit shell shocked, which is fine. Rune, however, you seem to have got yourself together a little bit faster. And stepping out, some of the architecture here reminds you very much of the Empire.
The
Empire?
This Terrace Dominion.
The Dominion, that's it, I was thinking it was Empire. Yeah, the Dominion. It's similar. It's not the same, but there is definitely hints of it here and there.
Okay.
It's reminiscent, definitely. You get the impression that wherever you are now and the Dominion may have something in common.
Yeah. Okay. I just eye it and just think to myself, "Yep, that is never good."
So Bonk is steaming off. A walk, given his long stride, which is basically a run, or at least a mild jog.
Yeah.
Leading you down around a corner in this canyon. Immediately, buildings begin to appear out of the gloom. None of you have dark vision, do you? I don't think.
I do, yes.
Okay. So who doesn't?
Let me just have a look.
That would be me.
What about you, Rune?
I don't think I do. No. Where is
Realizing that it's very dark, I'm going to pull a hooded lantern.
Hey.
And light it if I can.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, yeah. See, so what does that give you? Is that just 20 feet?
I think it's
dim,
20 and 20, but I'll just double check it.
2020.
30-30 for a hooded lantern.
Ooh, okay. So yes, initially it's just darkness for you, Rune. Grey, and I will get your names right eventually. Tarathiel. It's the first game I'm allowed. So you're basically seeing a monochrome initially because it's pretty much pitch darkness down here. But as soon as the lantern is lit, then you have a bit of a clearer view of what's happening around you. It's throwing shadows up against the walls, which are dancing as you move. It gives a very, very distressing impression that things around you are moving when they're not. So, rounding the corner, you begin to see buildings. Again, in a very similar style to the temple that you've just left. This is quite a large open space in front of you. You can feel it through the movement of the wind. It's quite cool down here, as you might expect if you were to be in a underground situation. There is a very slight movement in the air, and the air smells cold and stale, as if the air down here hasn't been disturbed for quite a while, possibly. Making your way forward, buildings rise up on either side of you. The windows completely dark, not a sign of life anywhere. Doors hanging off hinges. Detritus in the streets. Rocks have fallen. Some of the buildings have started to crumble. Doesn't look like anyone's been here for quite a while. Making your way forward, Bonk comes to a halt. Right, we need to be careful, alright? The bridge is pretty much out, so we need to be very, very careful going across, because if it breaks, we are going to be a bit fucked. Right? It's a long, long way round, and I don't want to go that way. We need to get out of here as quickly as possible, alright? I'm not going to lose you people again. And as he steps forward, you see that there is a bridge, reasonably, not exactly a big suspension bridge, but one that you might see maybe going over a river. Waist high, kind of hand guards along the sides. It's quite ornate. It's clearly been carved out of stone. But as he steps onto it, you immediately see that it begins to shake very slightly. And as you crowd in behind him, you can see that the middle of the bridge is mostly gone. It's kind of only being held up by a barrier, the guardrail on one side, with a tiny bit of floor.
Ooh.
Right, it was fine when I came across myself a minute ago, and Nadz just kind of jumped over. But we need to be a bit careful with this, all right? So let's just take our time, not be silly, don't do anything stupid, and we'll get across okay. All right?
I hear that.
Right.
Oh dear.
Right. So, I would like from all of you some acrobatics checks, please.
Before that happens, I'm just looking at it. I say, would it be wise to attach everybody with rope?
I mean, yeah. Have you got one?
Yes, I do. Strangely.
Can I just... Sorry. Just eyeing this up, how dangerous do I think this is? Like, in my judgment.
On a scale of 1 to 10, probably about 9.
Okay. I might just be able to get us across this.
All right. What have you got in mind, Grey?
Well, you know how it is with me. I never learned how to do any of the shit I can do, or I used to do. That's a good point. I don't actually know if I can still do it. Can I just raise my hand and just like... Actually, I'll cast prestidigitation just in my hands, just to see if I can produce some minor illusory effect in my hands, just to see if it's
What are you
working.
doing? What are you creating?
just to like make my fingers glow and some some coloured wisps go between my fingers. I just want to see if I'm still able to cast magic.
Yeah, you do so. Lights appear at the end of your fingers. Kind of a dark blue colour. And the wisps are kind of basically smoke.
Okay, I do look at them with a slight confused look, and I glance up and say, guys, I'm not going to lie, I'm not feeling myself. Something's wrong. Something has changed. I don't know if I can do everything I used to be able to do. But I think I might be able to try something here which could get at least some of us across. I mean, I'm willing to try. I kind of feel it'll be safer than trying to climb over that.
If you can only take a few of us, take some of the others. I think I have a way across for myself.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, now I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
So, I think I can cast Fly.
Wow.
Oh.
I'm sorry, what?
The target is... okay, I think I can only take 3 people, actually. So at 4th level it would be 2, and 5th level it would be 3. Yeah, I can take 3 people.
What, yourself plus 3? Or 3
No,
total?
I think including me.
Including you.
So I'm going to look back at you like, I really... I mean, even if this works, I don't think it's going to work for everybody. So, I mean, who's the most capable at climbing?
Strangely, I feel very capable.
I have no issue with climbing.
Okay, in that case, where's Bonk at this point? Is he like already across, or?
Oh no! I mean, once you said, when Rune said should we tie ourselves together, he stopped and he was waiting to see what you guys are doing.
Hang on, Bonk.
Impatiently.
Did you come this way?
Yeah.
How did that thing get across? He said, pointing at Nadia.
Look, she has a name.
I'm sorry. This is all kind of strange for me. Nadia, I look at the displaced beast directly. How did you get across?
She looks at you and she blinks slowly. Then she walks up to the edge and just leaps across.
Okay. How far is it, actually?
About 20 feet.
Okay.
I'm looking up so many fucking rules.
I'm
Character, I don't know what I can do.
I'm looking at the bad. Am I overthinking this, guys? Do we just jump and climb?
If you have a safer way, I would take the safer way. Let's not have any mishaps.
Who's coming with me? I think Bonk, you're definitely coming with me. And I'm going to raise my hand to Bonk like I want him to take my hand.
I mean, if you're sure.
Yeah, it's probably safer. I look at Fichte and say, "You're good, right?"
Fichte nods and is like, yeah, I'm okay. And if you're not feeling too hot, then I would rather deal with myself.
Rune, you're sorting yourself out?
I feel strange about... I think I can do it. I'm good.
Bonk could probably just carry anybody else across. So, Taral, it was right. That was your name?
Yes, yeah.
He raises his other hand to Taral for him to take it.
Okay, I mean, I might be okay, but I suppose anything helps.
So with the holding onto Bonk and Taral like some sort of daisy chain, I'm going to cast Fly on the 3 of us.
Okay. So as the magic takes hold, you When you cast spells previously, you felt your connection to Shellin, and it was a warmth. You felt a brief warmth inside you as the magic spread from your inner core to your hands, and the spell was cast. This is a similar sensation, but it's much, much colder.
Okay.
Yes, so you cast your spell. Your feet leave the floor, as do Bonks and Taral's. You are now flying.
It's just me left.
This is quite weird.
Oh, were you doing Rune as well, or was it yourself?
No. Just
No,
those
not
three.
Rune. I can only do 3.
Yeah.
So it would be
Alright.
me, Bonk, and Taral.
Okay.
And I guess now that we can, we're going to fly over to the other side.
Yeah, you fly over. As you go over the chasm that this bridges, it is you feel an updraft of almost warm air coming from below. Looking down, there's just nothing but utter pitch darkness that even your very, very good night vision cannot pierce. But it is almost a sulphury smell that wafts up to you as you go across. Bonk is holding onto your hand, and as you kind of go, you go into over the void, his hand begins to get rather tight on yours, which is not what you really want from a very, very, very strong bugbear. It's like, oh, I don't like this. I do not like this.
Fichte, you say you're okay. Would you like to take the end of this rope, in case?
How are you with getting across this?
I think I may jump.
You're going to jump? I'm trying to... You're going to jump, Rune?
Rune? Hold on. Grey, are we still... Grey. How long does that flying thing last?
It should... A while. I mean, instincts say a while.
Right. Drop me off. I don't want to do that again, thank you. Go over. Get the rope that's tied to Rune.
Yeah.
And bring it back to me. Yeah?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. I'm going to grab... If Rune's tied to one end of the rope, I'm going to collect the other end and bring it back and put it into Bonk's hands.
Are you going ropeless, Fichte?
I'll have a rope just in case.
Right.
I think I'll join you with the rope just in case.
You take the rope first, and then they can throw the other end back to me.
Okay.
When you get over the other side, you go first.
Okay.
So I'm presuming, Mr. DM, this gap of 20 feet
Yes.
has something. It's not like a shelf. There's something underneath the other side that I would be able to grab onto if I fell short, shall we say?
If you got that far.
Cool. Then I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah, essentially, like it's basically that all that is left is the kind of handrail or the waist high. I don't know what it's called. It's got a particular word, and I can't think what it is. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's not like a handrail, like it's like a bar, but yeah, it's a wall. It's a wall. Yeah, it's a waist high wall essentially. Which you could, it is wide enough for you to walk across, but you're gonna have to do like 1 foot after the other kind of thing.
Oh, I'm definitely okay with that then.
Mm-hmm.
That makes things even easier.
But I will require an acrobatics check though.
I'm okay with that. I will. So you'll now see Fichte rather deftly jump up and effectively start tightrope walking, but he seems to do it, he says, hoping the roll doesn't fuck him, quite well. Okay, well, it could have gone well if I didn't roll a 3. but I do have an 11.
11 is fine. This is not like you're walking along an actual rope or a spider web or something like that. It is wide enough for your feet, and you are a very dexterous person, so you don't have too much of a trouble with this. So yeah, you get up there, and for all of your kind of bravado of like, yeah, no, I'm fine. You hop up, and then for a second you go, whoop, like, oh shit, okay, maybe a little bit slower than I was thinking initially, and so yeah, one foot in front of the other. The rope's there to keep you safe. Everything's fine. Everything's cool. And then you're at the other side.
Just hear him muttering, just slow and steady. Ein, zwei, ein, zwei, ta-da. And just steps off at the other end. Yeah, we're good. Herr Bonk, can you throw the rope? I'm not very good at that. And just hand it out to him.
Yeah. Great, could you?
Yep. I will shuttle the rope back to Rune.
I'll tie it around my waist. And this, do you say it's handrail or is it a wall?
It's a wall, but it's not, it's like foot width, essentially.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a crumbly motherfucker.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll get up on the wall, and I'll just go. Well, I'm not much for balancing, but if I make it across quickly, and I'll just start sprinting along it.
Okay. Give me acrobatics.
Which is a 5. So as he starts wobbling, and he gets like maybe a quarter of a way along, and he starts slowly falling off to one side. He's like, "Oh shit!" And as he starts, something in him reaches out in desperation, and he appears next to everyone.
What?
As he casts Misty Step without knowing it.
Okay. I like that.
What the fuck?
Okay, so yes. So from everyone's point of view, you all watch as Rune hops up on the wall, and you see him pause for a second, and you can see in his face like, right, what do I do? Fine, fuck it, let's go. And he runs, takes about 3 steps before he begins to topple, and Bonk is gripping the rope like, oh fuck, I knew this was going to happen. And before you even have chance to cry out like, oh shit, there is a poof, and then he's there. Oh.
Well,
Rune?
yeah, I've never done that before.
No, you haven't done that before.
You mean you didn't plan this?
No.
You just ran and then almost died, and then suddenly this happens?
I wouldn't have died. Bond had the other end of the rope. I trust him completely.
I do have got over in the rope here. It's fine, he wouldn't have died.
I mean, yes, okay, you are huge, and I need to remember that, but...
Something happened.
Oh, I'm so confused.
I'm sorry. Something has just dawned on me. Taral said there was something behind him.
So, are you asking this in person, in character?
Well, yeah. Well, no. I mean, no. I'm asking now. You mentioned something behind you, but that was.
So what you would have seen was like a shadow, almost like an aura behind him, but it wasn't a physical creature. It wasn't anything.
Okay. I thought it was an actual creature.
No,
so
but you would have seen like a shadow of an aura, and it almost follows him majority of the time.
Fuck. Okay.
Huh.
Okay, I'm going to say Gray might have not picked up on this initially because we're in a very shadowy place. But I think the further we go, the more I'm going to start to tick that there's something strange going on behind you.
Everything okay? You keep
I'm gonna.
looking at me.
Well, it's not you so much. It's I look you. I will then like glance over your shoulders, like it. Do you always have something following you?
Yes. I thought it would wonder how long it may take for you to notice, but I suppose the light incoming, it's a bit more obvious. Let's say a companion of mine. I suppose like this displaced beast, this Nadia, as you call it. I have something similar maybe, but I suppose now a better time than any to show you, I suppose. Don't be alarmed. Please, don't be alarmed. And with that, Taral actually looks behind him and you see the shadow, and it's like an aura almost, and he reaches out and puts his hand out and moves his hand a certain way and starts to come into visible is a medium-sized drake.
Well, that is what you attempt to do.
Okay.
And the rest of you get as you had previously. There is an impression of a shadow, and it almost briefly coalesces into something which resembles some sort of large lizard. Doesn't quite solidify, and you Taral, you can feel your connection with your companion, but it feels very, very distant. And as you attempt to bring it to you, it's almost like an animal or a dog realizing that its owner's walking up the path. You feel it kind of the ears prick up. It's not quite there with you yet.
So, as that happens, and Taral's looking and is like, it's working, and then it almost fades, and so
wait,
there's a bit of a backstory here.
Is this something we need to get into now when Herr Bonk is very adamant about us leaving?
Yeah, very adamant. Whatever that means.
It can wait. It's very much nothing to worry about. Very much on our side, and is a big help. But
did we actually see anything change, or did it kind of solidify a little bit and then stop, or what did we actually?
The shadow because everyone can see it now that you've brought attention to it. It's there. It's like a shadow with nothing to cast it. And very, very briefly, it did. It felt like it was solidifying very slightly before going back into just the regular hint of a shadow that's just there by itself.
Okay. Well, obviously some things are affecting us in different ways down here. I still don't know what happened with me, but
it seems like we've all experienced some sort of change. I say, like, kind of actually just looking down at the ground now with almost a look of sorrow on my face.
Fichte starts just checking himself. All of you have exhibited, from what he sees, brand new things that you guys have never known about. So he is now looking at his arms and is like feeling bits of his chest and like, am I still normal? What is?
Well, normal. That's
subjective.
It's hard to say. That's a relative term. Let's just see when we get out of here. Bonk, shall we continue?
Yes. Now, come on, go. In fact,
Right, let's go.
Right, and also, can we keep our voices down, please?
Yes, of course.
Because you don't know what's around.
Would one of you'd like to hold this lantern? It is it may be better to have up front, and
Yeah,
I'd rather not be.
I can hold it if you want me to.
Yeah, I would rather not. I prefer the darkness.
Yeah, I am similar.
Right.
Anchor. I'll hand off my lantern to Rune.
Yep.
God damn, new names. Need them in brain.
Okay. So, turning around, readjusting the corpse of Rickle over Bonk's shoulder, which I totally didn't forget about as you were going across the bridge. Turn around and starts making his way through, streets, essentially, but would normally be called streets, but they clearly haven't seen any footfall in a long while. Looking down, you can see actually that there is a pair of large footprints and 3 pairs of smaller padded footprints heading back the way that you've just been, clearly showing that Nadia and Bonk came this way, heading towards where your resting place was.
Yeah.
Buildings around you are beginning to...
Sorry, do I recognize anything of what I would have maybe have seen? Do I recognize it? Words. Do I recognize anything? Nothing more needs to be said.
Yes.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, some of it is familiar. Some of it appears to be different. Because bearing in mind, for you only came through here yesterday.
Yeah.
Or not even yesterday, like an hour ago.
Yeah.
If that. So, it is fresh in your mind where you came through. And a lot of it is similar. Some of it is different.
Okay.
In fact, could you all give me perception checks, please?
Perception. Yes. Oh, where's that gone?
You fucking kidding me?
18 for Fichte.
I'm still looking at my hands.
23 for Rune.
For Rune?
Ooh.
9.
Okay. So, so Fichte, as you are now like looking quite keenly, and also Rune because you're just glancing around and trying to keep your bearings, keep an eye on where everything is. The buildings here are clearly abandoned, but the architecture in some of them is weird. It looks almost like, in some cases, 2 buildings have been pushed together or melded together.
Oh,
Like some of the stonework in one side doesn't match the stonework that it's up against. And then looking down at the floor, the road that you're on, which is paved, at certain points stops being paved and it's bare rock. But there's no kind of area where the bricks have stopped being laid and it's bare rock and they're being laid again. Some of the bricks have been sliced in half, and then there's bare rock. And then again later on, the bricks restart. But again, only they're cleanly sliced. Looking up at the walls around you, there's different types of rock that are kind of almost like they've melted together.
something is very wrong.
Yeah, that much is obvious.
I mean,
we
have
have missed a lot.
Would it look to Rune as if... I mean, I've got a theory as a player. Maybe I need to do a investigation to work out why this may have occurred.
Okay, go for it.
And that's a straight 13.
Okay, what's your theory?
My theory is... my theory is that maybe something has happened with the the barriers between realms or realities or planes. That's what I was getting at, and perhaps things have come back or fluttered out of existence and come back into existence, but have incorporated parts of other realms, perhaps, or
Okay.
yeah, I don't know.
Okay. I mean, having sort of been to a different realm at one point, when you went to visit the Raven Queen,
Yes.
the ground, the earth there had a very specific feel. You didn't feel like you were in reality anymore, as such. You felt like it was a different realm, essentially.
Yeah.
As you're walking along and your feet are hitting the ground and you're looking around at the buildings, it doesn't feel like that. This feels like terra firma. This feels real. It doesn't necessarily feel like it may have once been part of a different reality, but it's difficult to tell. I mean, with a 13, it's not super high, so your theories are good, but as you're going along, they begin to wane a little bit, as if, like, this does feel real. It does actually feel like rock. It's just it doesn't look like it's in the right place.
Right. Okay. Right.
Yeah, it's a good theory, though. I like it.
Let us. It's not right, but we'll try and figure it out at a safer place and time.
Right. Yep. Yes. Yeah. No. I'll explain everything. We just need to keep going. Right. Oh. Right. Stop.
Stop.
Bonker's reached an intersection, a crossroads, and he's gone to go around a corner and has stopped. Like, right, this is the kind of thing that I'm talking about. Right, we need to go forward. We don't make a sound. All right. Don't touch anything.
Okay.
Okay. Is that clear, everybody? Everybody? Sorry, I'm in the wrong voice there.
Yeah, Herr Bonk.
Okay.
What are we hiding from?
Not hiding. You just don't want to attract any attention.
Right. Okay.
So as you step around the corner, up until now the rock has been dark, but it clearly was lived in at some point. The houses were at some point domiciles for people. As you step around the corner, everything appears to be washed out.
Oh.
There is floating in the air what appeared to be little scraps of paper, but they are hanging completely still.
Okay.
The stone of the floor stone shouldn't appear alive or dead, but this somehow feels dead. The buildings, the walls of the buildings next to you on the other side of the street are, again, it feels like dead stone. And as Bonk begins to walk forward slowly, his big booted feet kind of heel, toe, very slow. And you see that he is actually ducking out of the way of some of the floating scraps of what appears to be paper. Don't disturb anything.
The seriousness in Bonk's voice makes Rune kind of like think to himself and reach it, because he knows he is not stealthy. This has been his problem all the time. And he kind of like, he just closes his eyes for a second and takes a breath and almost meditates for a second or two. And I'm going to use guidance.
Okay.
On myself. So if I need to make a stealth check, I can add a d4.
Okay. So, everybody walking slowly. Nadia has brought her tentacles like down against her flanks, so they're not up in the air or to the side. That she's keeping as a person might keep their arms in She's like, keeping herself as small as possible. And as you make your way through, the air is completely still. But previously, there's been a constant slight breeze, just as air has passed through the caverns of whichever area that you're in. Here, it is dead. It is silent.
Oof.
The only thing moving is you.
Okay.
And as you make your way along, very, very slowly, leaning up against a wall in this area is a body. And it's slumped down, its chin is on its chest. And as you approach, you can see that it is entirely emaciated. Its eyes are just sockets. The skin is drawn back against the teeth, so they're exposed. There's no moisture in this body. The clothes are just rags hanging off it. And you see Bonk glance at it and just keep walking slowly, heel, toe, very, very slowly. Eventually he... Oops, sorry, Cal.
No, I was going to say, I guess we just creep past as best we can.
Yeah.
Yep.
Follow suit.
Yep, no, I won't be asking for stealth checks because you are just all very keenly aware of what you'll need to be doing.
At this moment, while we are moving, Fichte would intentionally begin to try and slow his breathing, except he's just realised that he hasn't been breathing for the last 20 minutes.
Yes, indeed.
Just seems to swallow to himself. Just take a second to steel himself and carry on moving.
Eventually, you see Bonk stop, and as you catch up with him, you realise that you've now exited this frozen field, and you see him visibly like, whew. Yeah, you want to be careful in those kind of places.
All right.
Definitely don't touch anything.
Common things?
Yeah.
It's becoming more common.
The idea of what they are?
Yeah, fucking dangerous is what they are. You don't stick around in places like this if you can help it.
Very.
And that's why. And he points back, and then if you follow his gaze and his finger, you'll see that the corpse that was there previously has now gone.
Oh. Yeah, listen to the big fellow.
Yeah. Let's go. So, you continue walking. Bonk is mostly quiet as you go. If you ask him anything, he'll answer, but he's not offering up much. Nadja is padding alongside you, Rune.
Mm-hmm.
Occasionally, like one of her tentacles will brush you on the shoulder or something, you know, as a cat kind of like gently patting.
Mm-hmm. I'll probably absent-mindedly reach down and just like scritch behind her ear as she's next to me.
It's a very deep bass purr. Yeah, so you carry on walking. The only sound really, unless you're wanting to talk amongst yourselves, of course, this is the time to do it if you wish to.
I would like to, assuming I'm ahead of Rune, I'd slow my gait slightly so that he's kind of next to me. Rune.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Very different. Very different.
Let me rephrase that. What do you feel?
Well, bewilderment, I think, is
I meant like...
physically?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I have a funny feeling I am not alive.
Yes, it's strange. I feel nothing.
Oh, and when I did that thing at the bridge, normally after something that intense, you break out in a cold sweat, you breathe heavily. Nothing. Absolutely nothing, and it was around about then that I realized I was not breathing at all. Apart from the breath that I'd taken to obviously talk. Because you need to pass air over your vocal cords for that to happen.
I noticed the same thing.
It's almost like a conscious effort to communicate verbally, you know? It's very strange.
Yeah. I can't feel her anymore.
That's what's missing.
I look him in the eyes, like Shilin. It's just gone.
I cannot
Before
I can't
warmth.
feel Cord either.
Yeah, now I just feel cold and forgotten.
Yeah.
Like an autumn leaf that's fallen from the tree, detached from its mother, an abandoned child, lost and alone.
You sure you weren't a bard before? You have a way with
No.
words, Grey.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. Anyway, I think we failed, Rune. I think we failed big time. I think
we may have done.
I don't know what to expect when we get out of this place, but I think the world is fucked.
Oh, shit. Man, I do not want to think about it, but you may be right. And what I will do is, I will kind of look inside myself. I'll go silent a bit, and Grey will probably hear it because he's close enough. But I will clench my fist and hold it strong up to my chest, and I will just say, "Please, Cord, are you there? Are you still with me?"
So, when you used to previously commune with your god or cast spells using his divine influence, his energy always felt like sometimes it felt like a ball of rage in your chest that was able to explode out of you in whichever spell that you were trying to cast.
Mm-hmm.
It was the becoming the physical manifestation of the fighting spirit or rage or anger spewing out from you in some sort of torrent. Now, searching the same place, you feel almost like a cold hardness, like a diamond inside yourself. And as you kind of explore that feeling, the feeling is, it's not frozen, it's not painful, it doesn't feel necessarily like a negative feeling, but it is almost like a cold fury rather than the burning hot fury that you had previously.
Okay. Would I be able to tell if it feels like I'd be able to tell it does not feel like Cord's influence?
No, it does not.
Okay. So I'll take a moment to kind of like filter that through the old grey matter, and then I'll turn to my friend and I'll say, something is there, but it's not him. I don't know who this is, but something is there though. Do you feel
Saying
it?
that, you see Grey nod, and I mean, this whole conversation has been quite serious, and you knowing Grey fairly well at this point, he's the kind of guy who rarely takes things seriously. So this conversation itself has been quite unusual, but as you say that, you see a look in his eye, and you almost get the feeling you actually see his eyes tearing up. But at that moment, he turns his face away from you and continues walking.
Okay. I think Rune would probably go quiet as well, just concentrating on sending his thoughts inwards and kind of tentatively reaching out to whatever it is that is manifesting, because knowing with some kind of certainty that it isn't his deity, he is gonna want to know what has replaced it. And he might even say to himself, I don't know who you are, but I want to learn more. Just kind of leave it at that as he walks.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay. Fichte and Taral, is there anything you'd like to do as you're walking along?
I think Fichte would be looking around and taking in the surroundings and trying to desperately remember anything he'd seen before, or any hints or clues of what could have happened or has happened, or just anything to make sense of anything.
Okay.
But he'd also have a watchful eye on every other person here.
Mm-hmm.
Not through mistrust, but through, I've no idea what's going on, so I need to know everything I can.
Excellent. Yeah, I mean, give me an insight. Or insight's good. Yeah, give me insight.
An insight roll, okay. It's an 8.
8.
My insight's shocking.
Okay, so yeah, you're trying. Your brain's racing at this point. You know, you're trying to pass a lot of information at once. You're trying to figure out: is this the way I came before? Is this different? Wait, is this even the same place that I was in before? Who are these people? What's happening? Jesus Christ! No, not that. That is a enormous cat there with tentacles coming out of its back. That guy looks like he's been dead for a while. That guy's giant and purple. But
none of this shit makes sense.
Yeah, you do recognise that you're now going a way that you did not come into the city.
Okay.
This is a different path. Looking around at your companions, they've given you no reason to worry currently. They seem, at least 3 of them know each other and appear to be quite friendly. Taral has a shadow following him. That's probably fine. What could go wrong with that? I'm sure that's not a problem. And so far the one who's probably been the nicest out of all of them is the giant cat.
Yeah. I wouldn't make a move towards any of them. I would just be watching and trying to take in as much information as possible, just looking at the surroundings and looking at everyone else.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Taral, have you got anything you want to do?
Taral kind of almost in a way is walking along and thinking about his shadow that is following him, and wondering why things aren't working the way he feels they should, why it's not working almost, and then he carries a rapier on his belt and a bow across his back, and then with his quiver of arrows, he just almost like a habit, he pulls an arrow back, pulls an arrow out, flicks it back in, pulls an arrow out, flicks it back in, and just a habit he's developed, but always ready if needed. But
Can you briefly describe what Taral is wearing, please?
So Taral he's wearing a studded leather armor, and he has sort of underneath, over the top of the armor, he has just a quite simple greenish coloured hood, and a very, very simple sort of long greenish clothes he wears. Very much green and brown are his typical colours that he wears.
Okay.
Nothing outlandish or garish at all.
Okay.
Excellent. Right, so as you continue walking, now fully in a proper cavern style area now. There's no sign of buildings or anything along those lines. This appears to have possibly been a mine at some point in the past. As you progress onward, you begin to notice that the air is beginning to get warmer. And a bit more still as well. There's a distinct smell of an undertone of sulphur in the air. It's beginning to get a little bit pungent down here. Turning a corner, you begin to see the remnants of minecart tracks on the ground. Long since abandoned, though. The tracks themselves are bent in certain places. Sometimes they're missing altogether. Turning another corner, this opens up into a much larger cavern. This is lit from below by what appears to be lava. Now, it's gotten a lot warmer in here. The cavern roof far above you is underlit with orange, and the actual area begins to feel much, much warmer up against your cold skin. You see Bonk pause for a second. He's orientating himself in here. And as he stops and begins to look around, you see Nadia stop. And her tentacles go rigid in an attack stance. She begins to sniff the air.
Rune draws his sword.
Moves out.
Bada bonk. I think he is here. And as the words leave the Spacer Beast, you hear echoing along the wind. Bonk puts Rickel's body down.
Oh.
You need to run. Nadia, take them back. Find a different way. Get to the gate. You need to go.
What?
No. Someone, if you want to take Rickel, you need to pick him up, and we need to go. You need to go now. And he pulls his axe out and he gets into a stance.
Are you sure?
I will keep him busy. You need to leave.
Where will we meet you?
I'll meet you at the gate. Nadia, take him there. And looking down to one side, you can see a river of lava going off into the distance. As a ripple in the air, and the lava parts as if something has gone into the center of it. And it splits as if a gate has opened that you can't see. And then padding into the lava, an enormous metal-covered wolf steps into the light.
What?
It is immense. It has gore all up its chest. It has metal plates hammered into its head. And it stops, and it looks, and it sees Bonk. And again, you hear the... it's not emitting from the wolf. It is coming from everywhere all at once. And Bonk looks at you, and he shouts, "Go!" Nadia
Yeah, going.
turns around and begins to run back down the tunnel that you came through. "We must go now."
Sprinting.
Shit. Well,
Immediately. Nope. Not hanging around.
I'll take up the rear, but as we start padding away, I will just turn around and take another look at Bonk. And I'll just say,
See,
is there anything I can do, Bonk?
you go now. Wait, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger name.
Now.
What are you waiting for?
I will, just before I leave him, I'll put a hand on his shoulder and I'll give him guidance.
He accepts it, and he looks at you, and his expression is like, you can see that the red is beginning to seep into his eyes as he's beginning to go into a rage, but he stops briefly and looks at you and goes, "Oh, we'll find you. Go!"
And I leave.
I'm just going to softly say, Bonk, I really don't want to leave you alone.
"You are gonna die if you don't go! No, go!" And you can see that he has expanded. His shoulders have gotten bigger. His eyes are now beginning to glow red.
I will look him deeply in the eye and nod. Say softly, maybe so softly that he wouldn't even hear it, and just say, "Thank you, Bonk." And I'm going to pat him on the arm, and I'm going to cast Fly on him again.
That is the most terrifying thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I know what Bong's stat block looks like.
Nadia has now turned, and she is waiting in the tunnel that you just came through, and you can see you can't really hear what she's saying because you can see the is flashing, but there is now a very loud, the sound of lava splashing up against the side of a rock wall, and the sound of a bugbear going into full rage mode as he realizes he can fly now, and he can now reach bits that he might have been able to reach before.
Yeah, after casting it, I'm going to make haste and follow the rest of the party.
Right. So yeah, running back down the tunnel that you came through, you reach the city again that you were previously in. Nadia looks back down the path that you went through with all the hanging particles in it, and shakes her head, looks in a different direction. This way, and goes off. Goes off down a different path. She stops, and and every couple of meters or so she stops and she sniffs the air. I cannot navigate as well as Father Bonk, but I believe it is this way. And she takes you down several streets, going left and right. The buildings are just flashing past now. There's still no signs of life, but all you can hear is your footsteps echoing through this dead city. Sounding like there's a battalion of people running at any given time. You look around several times behind you, thinking that people are chasing you, but there's nobody there. It's simply the echo of your own footsteps. Eventually, she comes to a cave mouth and stops, looks in. This is dangerous, but can think of no other way. Father Bonk does not like to go through the houses, but we do not have any choice. Follow me. She heads in to a cave. Her tentacles are up, kind of in an attack stance. Are you following her through?
Yeah.
Follow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to stay directly on her tail.
Okay. So, I will need a marching order, please.
Well, I think it's Nadia, Fichte.
Ficht. Just one syllable. Ficht.
Yep. Who's after Fichte?
Sean, does that mean something?
Yep, that's why I keep laughing.
Yeah.
I'm going to be...
What does Ficht mean?
The way you're
Shit!
saying... No, worse. The way you're saying it probably means fuck in German.
Or fucked.
Yeah.
But
Is it
it's
really?
perfect.
But if you pronounce
Have I accidentally called myself fucked?
you may have done.
Kind of.
Fuck a duck.
But the way you've spelt it is Fichte, which is actually a spruce, I believe. Spruce tree? Is that right, Sean? Or am I wrong?
Fichte translates spruce. Yeah.
Fichte?
However you say it, the spelling is
Yeah, we'd say Fichte.
Fichte, yeah.
Fichte.
You might want to.
Oh,
You might
I
want
am-
to change your pronunciation to Fichte. It's more in keeping with not being called fucked.
honestly, fucked is right for this campaign.
Yeah,
but
I
my
like it. I like
god, come on! Oh,
I like it.
the fact. No, can't tell you that yet.
Yeah, no, no spoilers.
Oh god damn it!
I
It's not a
will be.
spoiler. It's just dumb.
I will be. I will be rear guard because
Okay.
I believe I'm the most heavily armored.
Right. So we got Nadia, Fichte. Who's after that?
I'm at the back because I was the last to leave Bonk, so...
I'll be second then, so...
Okay.
Um,
Okay. So entering into the cavern now.
Oh, map.
Oh map,
Tokens. I see nothing.
map and
Right
tokens.
corner.
Top right is our.
Yep. Go to the top right. You should better see something.
Can't. Yeah.
And everyone confirm they can see their
Yeah.
own. They can see a lit up area.
Yes.
And can control.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's very laggy. But there we go. Okay.
Oh yeah. We're good.
Okay, I see characters. I see me.
I see death.
Okay. So
Very quickly, can I ask, is the map and the things on the map accurate?
what do you mean?
There's a body directly south of us.
Yep.
Is that in or something that is not? Are there things on the map that are there because you've taken it from somewhere, or does everything exist in what we're seeing?
I've made these maps.
Okay, that's all fine then. Good to know.
Using Forgotten Adventures assets, I would like to say. Very, very high quality things. Hashtag
Thanks,
no
Forgotten
sponsor.
Adventures.
Get the plug.
Right. So, Nadia is here. She is sniffing the air. I do not like coming through these ways, but we have no choice. I do not know which way. You, with the lantern. Who has the lantern currently?
Oh, that might actually be me.
That was you. I gave it to you.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me fix that because I had it on Fichte before.
No, it is not me.
No, hold on.
Right. Well, if
Off.
I've got the lantern, I may be forced up front then. Whoa! Everything's gone black for me.
That's because I've turned the,
Oh, okay.
very briefly. I'm having to reassign the light to you instead
Okay. Key.
of to the fuck over there.
Man, dark vision.
If I have it, then I will go up front. There we are.
Okay. To stop you from just like running through, I'm going to keep you moving to your actual movement speed.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Cool. All right. I'll just say to Nadia, well, which way feels better to you?
There are a lot of sound, smells in here. It is confusing, but the direction is correct.
All right. Well,
Nadia, do you want to be fast or stealthy?
I prefer stealthy.
Noted.
Rune always winces when he hears that. He's like, oh.
I might be able to help with that. It's still something I know. It's one of kind of my speciality almost. And am I allowed? Are we able to use spells currently, Troy, or is it?
Yeah. If you want to use utility spells, carry on.
So you see, Taral. He moves his hand, and he actually says, "Let us blend," and he will cast Pass Without a Trace.
I fucking love you.
So that'll be a plus
You're
10
going to be my new best friend.
Stealth roll.
Yeah, so 10 will be my modifier. Still at disadvantage though for me.
Oh,
Right.
you're
Well,
going to be my new best friend.
as you are holding the lantern, Rune, I will say that you can play the map. Which way you want to go?
Shit. Well, that's a lot of responsibility.
Can we
Yes, it is.
potentially roll stealth checks to start with, or do you want to do that later on, DM?
Yes. Give me a base one now, and then we'll see what happens as you go along, which might fuck it up.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever you roll, plus 10.
Oh, I've got a token to do it now. Oh,
That's a 26 for Grey.
Wow.
A 21.
a 21 that turns to a 31.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think you might know what I'm playing.
And I will do mine.
You're my new best friend.
Oh. Roll with disadvantage. Oh, it told me I can do it at disadvantage. That's really good. Oh, that's a 15?
Yeah, 15.
15.
Okay, so that's your. Yeah, it's good stuff. All right then. So, yeah. So you look around, and Fichte seems to have disappeared until you really, really concentrate. Like, oh no, he is actually stood over there. Yes.
Melt into the shadows. The hood has gone up to cover the white on his head, and he is in very dark green and black, and you just can't fucking see him
You can't see
unless
me.
you step on him.
So here's how I'm going to make the choice. Out of the two ways, which of the two has the steepest elevation upwards?
The steepest elevation upwards would be the one directly down.
South. Okay. Alright, in that case, I will move to there. Was that it? Was that it? That was it, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So, opening up ahead of you.
Yeah.
Still stagnant water off to your left. The faint dripping of water as it drips into the water. That was a redundant sentence, wasn't it? Yeah, the air smells of minerals and very, very old water. I
Okay.
keep on saying
Hang on.
water. I can't stop saying water.
Is there actually a body here?
Yes.
Can I quickly
Roll it.
just have a look?
You can.
Would you
How-
like
what is-
investigation?
Yes. Well, hold on. So it's in a spider web.
Okay.
Clearly, as there is a spider web there. So, what are you doing? Are you just going to go straight through the spider web, or are you going to...
No. If that's in the spider web, I'll just actually, rather than investigate the body, I'm just going to look up and around.
I'm going to make a perception as well.
See a spider that would make a web this high.
Oh yeah, that's great. 9. I suppose I'm blinded by my own thing.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yep, so it's a spider web. It's a big old spider web. Looking around, there are other spider webs.
Interesting.
Let's keep moving.
Right. If we are all caught up, am I allowed to move again, Troy?
Yeah.
I'll move to here.
Okay. So, directly in front of you over this way, you can see what appears to have been a rock fall, because the rock here definitely not a part of the actual walls, but still a solid-looking wall of rock.
Okay. And what is this on the floor here? Purple.
So, stepping forward, looking down at the purple residue on the floor, it appears to have very, very slightly melted the stone. It is almost bubbly, almost wavy. Looking at it, you can tell that it has a texture to it that the rest of the floor around you doesn't. Looking to the left, are you looking closer into the hole?
Oh, in here? I will have a quick peek, but I'm not going to go too close to the edge.
Okay. So, peeking down over the edge, you can see that this is just darkness. But holding the lantern off to one side slightly, you look further into the darkness, and you swear you can see stars.
Okay. Well, that's weird. I will just move over, avoiding the purple stuff. I'll just stand next to it and I'll say, Grey, look down there. Does it look like when Grey pulled his sword out?
That was almost like a construct made of starshine.
Oh, okay.
This looks like looking up into the sky, but down.
Okay. What do you make of that?
May I?
I will grab the back of his armor. Just to make sure he doesn't topple forward.
I don't particularly feel like stepping into that. Besides, I think I see a hatch over there. How well can you actually see down here, Rune?
Well, he's got a lantern.
Yeah, I need the lantern now.
Yeah, but I can see for miles. So
I'm reliant on this. I know you are not, but I am. I will, and I'll point down at the purple stuff and say, "Be careful of that. It looks corrosive." And I'll pick my way.
Can I attempt to move forward? Oh, did you want to stay on point?
I mean, if you want to go forward to check something out, be my guest.
I'm used to traversing tunnels, and I can see quite far in this darkness. So,
after you.
Can I try and traverse this purple stuff without?
Yeah. I mean, it's a trail, looking at it, you can tell it looks like it has come up from the cavern,
right?
And then as something has gone along, leaving this trail behind it.
I'll say there's a couple of doors here. And what's this thing I'm looking at now?
That is a wall torch.
Okay. Okay, this is definitely some sort of man-made structure now.
I see
Nadia?
flagstones.
Nadia?
Yes.
Fuck me. You didn't come in this way, did you?
No, Father Bonk does not like to go through the buildings.
Okay, but we're looking for a way out. Is it possible these two doors are a way out? I'm going to turn back to the group. Do we want to try these doors or push on?
I'm not sure about that. I think maybe the safest way is to just stick to the main thoroughfare.
Okay.
Okay.
Go on.
No, carry on.
I will then follow him,
Let's stay together.
dodging the corrosive stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, I thought it was a hatch. It looks like it seems to be some doors that are laying on the floor. I think there's a oh god, I think there's a dead body in that room. I'm gonna peer around this corner. Okay. I mean, you up for seeing some crazy, scary shit, or?
I guess so.
Can't get any worse than today already.
I can't see anything from where I am, so I'm going to move up to the door. Oh, shit, a brick.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck?
Does this look at all familiar to me?
Very unlikely.
Okay.
It's not like the statue that we saw in part 1 of this campaign.
Available now on YouTube. And other podcast services. No. This. So stepping into this room, clearly something's gone down. The statue off to the right appears to have been repurposed in some way. The face has been chiseled off entirely. It looks like that it may have held something in its hands at one point, because there's residue of bits of stone that are sticking up. But that has been forcibly removed, and now blood is splattering the sharp bits of rock that are sticking up from wherever that was removed from. There are a few different bits of paraphernalia around, a couple of skulls with etchings on them. Blood is staining what appears to be a makeshift altar beneath the statue. Said blood appears to have also been put to use, possibly in the centre of the room.
Yeah, I like what they've done with the place.
Slightly.
I would caution
that on the-
standing on the sigils.
Oh. Good point, says Gray, taking a step back. What's that thing on the corner of the altar?
It appears to be a book.
A book.
A book.
Book.
A book.
Oh yeah, didn't see that.
Fuck it, I'm gonna step up and have a look at the book.
Okay. Give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
Necronomicon.
21. Okay. Yeah, you pick up the book. It does appear to have been bound in human flesh, or not necessarily human. Let's keep it racially diverse. Flesh of some sort. But upon touching the book and opening it, the spine immediately crumbles, and the pages inside begin to just turn to dust. This has been here for quite a while, left out in the elements and exposed.
Awesome. And who's this guy? I say, pointing to the corner of the room.
You're going to
Let's
go
have a
investigate?
look, Zoe. I will move over and investigate the body.
Okay. Give me a medicine check.
A medicine check. A 4.
It appears to be dead.
Dead.
So yeah, rolling the corpse over. It's very, very pale. It has gash marks on its wrist and on its neck. The very cursory glance, it would appear that it's been drained of blood.
Oh yeah, he dead. Can I check him for anything that he's got in pockets, or whether he's wearing anything useful, or?
Yep. No, I mean, won't make you roll an investigation. No, he's not. He's wearing like the most simplest of clothes, and he doesn't have anything about his person.
DM.
Yeah, he is dead, and for a while it would seem.
Okay. I have a question. Something
Yes?
I have been thinking about, but I didn't want to just assume that it was okay.
Okay.
So obviously, my character since the last campaign, in technical terms, is slightly different. He has different abilities now.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to know. I mean, I have started using them already. Are we going with he kind of not innately knows, but when he starts concentrating on things that he might want to do, new possibilities have opened up to him?
Yeah, I mean, there's no point in like having you have all these new spells and stuff and not being able to use them. I would say that it's like trying to recall a fact that you forgot that you knew, but then when you need it, it just pops into your head.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
So you're looking at something thinking, oh man, I wish I could do that. Oh, you know what? I think I probably can.
Yeah. Like if I'd forgotten that I'd learned how to ride a bike once, and then I was like, oh wait, I can ride a bike. Okay. All right. In that case, I would like to do something.
Okay.
So he's stood there, and in the quiet, as everyone's investigating all these things and looking around, I'm kind of like searching within myself, still trying to make sense of the new things that I can feel and the absence of where things I might have been able to do in the past have disappeared to. And in reaching inside, I'll sense something, and I will kind of almost without thinking about it, because I, for whatever reason, I will use divine sense. So yeah, let's just put that up there.
Okay.
A paladin.
Yes.
Any version 60 feet. Get my hidden. Yeah, 60 feet.
Yeah. So, I can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell, or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. But as I can't see anything in here, I'm just assuming that if there's anything around, it will probably be behind total cover.
Yes, that would be the case. However, I mean, for flavour, I will say that you focus, and you let. It's almost like entering a meditative.
Yes.
Meditative.
Yeah. Meditative.
Yeah. State.
One of them.
Yeah. One of them. You let your consciousness flow from you for a moment, and this does not feel like a nice place.
Okay.
Some really bad juju went down here at some point.
There's like a horrible afterglow. Yeah. Okay.
Afterbirth, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll just say, look, this does not feel good. I mean, obviously, nothing good has happened here, but we should not dally. We should move. We should keep to the main paths. Try not to get sidetracked if we can help it.
Okay. Assuming we're looking for a way out.
Yeah.
Ideally.
I have no idea, and I think we have no other choice than to just keep testing pathways.
Keep moving up the main pathways, and if we loop back on ourselves or can't find a way out, then we start testing doors, I think.
Okay.
Think a good
Well,
idea.
I might as well have a look down here while I am. Oh, fuck me.
Remember to keep. If you're going to be leader, you need to keep to your movement.
I've only moved 3 squares.
Yep.
Move over.
More doors and corridors, I'm afraid.
Mordor, you're not there.
Okay, well, alright. I'm gonna have to move up to here. It's a bit more than my
The
movement.
fuck is this? It's the shadowy hallway. What am I looking at, DM?
You're looking. Now, you are used to being able to see in darkness,
Oh,
even magical darkness. This, however, is darkness that, for whatever reason, you can't pierce with your eyes.
Well, I'm saying fuck no to that.
Yeah, I think I'm of similar opinion.
Now, are we saying that you've been sneaking the entire time?
I think we've
I
been,
think
yeah,
that was the plan.
That was
yeah.
my plan.
yeah. Nothing has changed from our mission statement when we entered this place.
Okay.
Do you
you
want
want?
a secondary stealth roll?
Yeah, I reckon that the chatting up in the other room and whatnot will have broken that previous one. So yeah, can we have some new stealth rolls, please?
How long's
26.
passed without a trace last?
1 hour.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
an hour, yeah.
That
I knew it was
Basically,
good.
20.
How good?
Basically,
30.
don't roll a 1.
37.
No, sorry. 38.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
So
goddamn.
Ridiculous.
as soon as you see this and you see Grey peering into it, you immediately like, right, let's just get let's just be a bit
leave
quiet.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, let's keep it to a whisper, guys. For fuck's sake, more corridors.
Okay. let me
I
just
am
measure my
falling
30.
into the shadow that follows Taral.
Okay. so you try and like keep in the shadow of that follows Taral, but you feel incredibly uncomfortable doing so.
I'm uncomfortable with this whole goddamn thing.
I have moved my 30. Are you guys still measuring your movement?
Is it?
Well,
I thought it was just the lead
yeah,
person that has to follow.
We're gonna keep it simple enough by having like the lead be the person doing the 30, and you guys keep behind him essentially.
Okay. Is Grey now the
Just-
lead?
Well, he's been leading.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Let me just get behind
It's a
him then.
fucking maze.
Right.
Doors.
Have you gone forward
More
again?
doors.
Yeah, I've
Okay.
moved forward 30 feet.
Oh yes, I see.
So, approaching the statue in front of you, again, you see that the face has been hacked off quite crudely. This time, in the place of where the eyes would have been, 2 X's have been scored into the stone. And some, what now looks like almost a brown residue has been left behind, but was very likely blood at some point in the past.
Right. Nasty. Okay.
Oh, this is
So I'm because I'm very aware that the viewers are only from my viewpoint, I'm having to keep up with you.
Yeah, that's fine. As long as you keep up with Grey, then it should be fine.
Yeah. Another statue?
Another statue. Again, the face is removed. Something was at one point placed inside the bowl, but it appears to be gone now.
Oh, fuck this. I'm just going to try and open this door.
Okay.
I
So
can all sense the growing impatience in Grey.
in front of you, these are two large metal double doors. 3 keyholes are arrayed, one in sequential order, one the top, one middle, one bottom one.
And assuming if I try and open the door, it will not open.
Yep, you grab the handles. Doesn't even budge slightly. It just it's like pulling on rock, essentially, basically.
Ha.
Do
Well,
you want me to have a look at this? I'm quite handy with locked doors.
Yeah.
Don't ask me how, don't ask me why. Just, I'm good at it.
I mean, you can try. It looks kind of complicated.
If I step up to it,
And a step
I
back.
see 3 keyholes.
Yep.
Okay, can I ascertain anything about the door while I'm pulling out my thieves' tools?
Give me perception.
I'm just going
Perception.
to put a hand on his shoulder. Cast guidance.
A perception of 17 plus a
Oh, nice.
4 for a 21 perception. I will take that.
Okay. So, this is quite similar to a lock that you may have come across in the past.
Okay.
So you immediately recognise that this is one that will require each lock to be turned at the same time.
Shit. Well, there's no way of duping that. My friend, it does not matter what skill I have. I've gone French. Oh,
My friend.
this lock is broken.
It is like the lock is like a beautiful woman. You need to caress her. You need to allow yourself to become one with her. Oh,
You need to woo the lock. 9, my friend. This is. No, I'm French. Fuck, I've lost it.
You're stuck. You got stuck in it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm stuck in French. Damn it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, assuming we don't.
This
find
is
keys.
pointless. We need
Yeah, okay.
we need
Then
multiple
Let's move on.
keys to be turned at multiple times. This is 9. 9, friend.
Oh fuck! More doors. What's
More
this door
door.
look like? 3 keys.
this door is a metal one. This one, though, you can actually see is nowhere near as sturdy as the previous one, and it does only have one lock.
Does it open?
You grab it and it rattles, but it does not open immediately.
Okay, Fichte.
No, this
This looks more manageable.
this does indeed seem manageable. I will attempt to use my thieves' tools and unlock the door.
Do it.
All right.
As a side note, when I'm watching other TTRPG podcasts, and the DM has come up with some colourful name for an elf or whatever, I'm like, does that mean something in another language? I always have to question it because I'm like, cool, that sounds like it might be rude if it was, in Portuguese or Albanian.
And I've called myself fucked.
Yep, it's brilliant.
Excellent.
It's wonderful.
All right. My sleight of hand and my thieves' tools check are the same. So, rolling a sleight of hand check.
Realise that I left Nadia behind somewhere. There she is.
That's a 35.
Oh, fuck.
Oof. Well, yeah. So you
Sorry, what?
Rogues, man!
You speak
I have a
softly
plus
into the lock.
17.
You speak softly into the lock, and it just goes, and opens.
How is that possible?
Oh, rogues. Rogues are dumb.
Rogues are dumb.
Mm-hmm.
How
Yeah.
is that even possible?
So, as far as from the perspective of everybody else, you see Fichte kind of kneel down, and you see him eyeball the lock for a second. Goes in, pulls out a tool which looks pretty much the same as all the other tools in his pack, and then from what it basically just looks like he almost just waves it in front of the lock, and then you hear a click.
Dang. Amazing.
That was
That
quite
is-
impressive, my friend.
That is that.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that done a number of times, but that was smooth.
That was pretty special.
Again, please don't ask.
Yeah, it would appear that the doors open inwards.
I'm going to step back
Oh, yes, I need to actually move the door, don't I?
and allow someone else to go ahead. Putting my thieves' tools back into the inside of my jacket.
Ah,
So you emerge into, you're stepping over what appears to be debris of a table that had been smashed up against the wall, and other bits of wood that have been clearly thrown against certain things at certain points. This appears to be a kitchen. The fireplace is long cold. Certain implements, knives and forks and other things are sat around rusting. In some cases rusted together in fused lumps of metal.
That's a question. Are any of my blades rusted?
No.
That's all right. I'd be very upset.
So there's a door in front of me,
Yep.
and another one at the bottom of the room.
Yep.
I'm just going to try the door then.
One directly in front of you.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. You click the handle. It opens easily.
Stick my head out, left or right. See anything dangerous?
Nothing dangerous. No. Looking to your right, you can see a heavily rusted, what appeared to be at one point possibly a water pump, with a metal grate below it. There's now oddly coloured weeds growing up through the grate.
Do you want to check that door in the corner? No, the one in the room.
Oh, the
we
down,
just left.
down here.
Yeah, it's not. It might just be a cupboard, but
Rune, may I have the light?
of course.
Can I inspect the door?
You do. You inspect it. You trying the handle?
I will gently try the handle, yes.
Okay. Yep. It opens easily.
A hallway. Okay, you would like to pick a direction. Damn it, it's French. I can't get out of French. Fuck.
Well, that's the thing about fantasy worlds, is you can make up your own accent. It doesn't have to conform to a terrestrial one.
I'm going to follow the
That's what I'm relying on.
my namesake for this rogue, and my accent is fucked.
Okay, fair.
And we'll just see how it goes. It's going to change week to week.
Let's just call it European.
European, broadly European.
Mine is broadly Eastern European. It's not.
I can't even specify
it's
east
not
or
based
west
anywhere
at this
particular.
point. Fuck.
I'll maybe go up to the corner and see if I can see anything. I'll be right back.
Be careful. Be careful.
I'll
Gray,
be
where
right
did you go?
back.
I'll just move here. Yeah, there are several corridors, several options.
Gray, are you coming?
No, let's go back.
I mean,
Gray, where are you?
I'm here.
Ah, you're there. My light source went away. I couldn't see anything.
Is that a dead end, or are we're just wandering around here? Like,
I don't know, man. I'm happy to go this way with you, Gray.
I mean, there's a water pump there, theoretically attached to a water source, which theoretically leads to a river somewhere.
Yeah.
How long can you hold your breath?
Well, I guess infinitely.
We have not. I personally have not been breathing for the past while, so
I only breathe to
Same with
speak.
you? Yeah.
is this new for you, or is this normal
Yeah.
for you? Because
yeah,
this is new
I
for
mean-
me.
That's new for me.
Yeah, I
Same, sadly.
mean,
Okay.
it's an option.
I mean, and I'll look around at everyone and I'll just like, look,
Stop.
I am just going to say it.
Oh,
I think we all might be dead. Or undead.
Oh, stop! Shh. I hold up my hand
Oh, sorry.
in the universal sign language.
For
That means
STF.
stop.
So, as you were listening to the whispered mutterings, because you are still stealthing,
we are.
as you turn the corner, Grey, you could peer into the gloom, and ahead of you see two figures hunched over something. They appear to be feeding. They haven't noticed you.
Oh,
but,
they're not.
you can clearly see them.
I'm going to look back to the group. I'm going to hold up two fingers. And then I'm going to, like, hunch my shoulders a little bit and raise my hands and kind of wobble side to side in like a mock just a mock pantomime of, like, creature.
I'm
shrug.
just gonna mouth. What?
I'm gonna signal my thumb pointing back over my shoulder, like back the other way. And then kind of shrug.
I'm going to make a hand motion in Thieves' Cant. Does anybody speak Thieves' Cant?
Why not I?
Do.
You do?
I do.
Lots of language.
I'm actually gonna move back because I've got a lantern, so I'm gonna move back.
So I'm going to make a motion in Thieves' Cant, basically meaning enemies, or something along of hostile, or people we need to avoid, or
Yeah, and I'll nod and, like, show two fingers again.
And for the purposes of the viewers, because Rune hasn't seen this, but I am going to move him over for their perspective. So this is not Rune moving. This is just
the
to
camera.
show the camera. Yeah. Ah, I see. Okay. So this is there are two creatures up there, but Rune has not moved. He's back here.
all right. I will. I'll make another motion of avoid or engage in Thieves' Cant.
I'm just going to look back to the group and just kind of shrug. I'm gonna sign back to him something like, I see no exit.
I will point in the direction of the hallway with the enemies then, and nod at. I'll nod at Grey. But also, there is a head tilt of, I didn't expect anyone to understand me, so fair.
Can I see
Communicating silently. Oh, that's going to be an interesting thing for this campaign.
Can I see Rune?
Sorry?
Rune,
Rune
where are
is...
you?
You could probably see the glow cast upon Fichte from around the corner, because he's trying to keep the lantern away from the view of the enemy.
Okay. Oh God, I can't even say Rune. I'm gonna signal to Fichte that I want him to come around the corner.
I'm going to look at Rune, tap him on the shoulder, and guide him around the corner towards Grey.
Okay, me?
Yep.
Okie dokie. Yep.
And I'm going to very silently draw my short sword.
Okay.
I'm going to point to that square, Rune, and then I'm going to.
Yeah.
I'm going to summon my sword. Actually, I'll probably take a step back. I'm going to summon my sword, and then kind of nod and point that you draw your weapon.
Yeah, I mean, my sword's been out since I first drew it.
And then I'm going to kind of over dramatically pantomime me like shooting down the corridor and them coming. And then I point to you and waggle my eyebrows. And thumbs up.
From that, I just guess that he's going to attack. And I'll just shrug and go, as if to say, whatever you want to do, man.
I'm going to flatten myself against this wall behind our elf friend and pull a dagger out in my offhand.
I'm going to look at Taral. Does he have a weapon drawn?
Yes, he has his longbow out with a arrow notched.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to step out. And I'd like to fire 2 Eldritch Blasts at the nearest creature to me.
Okay. Roll to attack.
Good old reliable Eldritch Blast.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
So, it's 2 separate attacks, right? Yeah.
It is 2 separate attacks. As we're hidden, does he have advantage?
Yes, I'll give you advantage because this is a surprise attack.
So you have advantage on both of them because they're fired at the same time, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you allow me to cast something as he is casting his thing?
Yeah.
I would like to cast... again, digging deep within himself, searching for something he can do. He grabs at a feeling and casts Shield of Faith without knowing that it's Shield of Faith, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm hiding. It's the thing I'm good at.
Raise my hand and let loose 2... I'm going to say beams of energy. What does it actually look like? It used to be like a fiery blast.
Yeah, well, fire it off and we'll see what happens.
I have pressed the button. Definitely pressed the button.
Did you?
Nothing was happening. Should I do it again? Okay, that's cool.
What?
I'm pressing the button and nothing's happening. Okay, should I just do this manually?
Weird. It'll probably catch up in a minute. You haven't got any little red boxes saying connection issues or anything?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Should I just roll a dice to see that everything's okay? Yeah, that worked fine. There must be something wrong with my macro then.
Let me click and see what happens. Yeah, nothing's happening.
Very strange.
Even if the Mac is broken though, something should come up.
Yeah. That's weird. Oh well, I'm just gonna do it manually then. So it's a +7, and I've got advantage, so I'm going to roll a d20 twice. It's 17 twice. Yeah, so it's a 24, and it's a. Should I do both? Yeah.
Yep. D10.
So the second one would be.
Whoa.
A natural 20.
A natural 20.
So, are you attacking one, or are you splitting it to hit both?
No, I said I both at the nearest one.
Okay.
So that's going to be. It's going to be 2d10s plus 10.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I'm aware.
Well, plus any. What's your pluses?
There is no pluses on an Eldritch
There is no
Blast.
plus unless you have an invocation with it.
Okay.
So it's 2d10 plus 10 because it was a crit.
Yep.
Yes.
That's 20 points of damage.
Solid damage.
So, you step forward, you opening up your hand. The beam of light, or the two beams of light that emerge from your hand, are almost dark blue with a black core. And as they fly through the air, they almost leave almost like a shimmer of ice behind them that immediately evaporates into the air. And then as they strike the creature in the back, immediately the area turns black briefly before returning back to its normal skin color, which is a very pale, disgusting color anyway. But yes, you hit it, and it's a solid hit.
Sorry. No, sorry, I didn't mean to click that.
Okay.
Well, okay.
Yeah, they're now fully aware that you're there, so I'd like you all to roll initiative, please.
Oh, fuck yeah. Can we have a track at this, sir?
No.
Oh, alright then.
Are you fucking joking? Okay, so in the Skull and Shackles campaign, where I was playing a rogue with massive dexterity, my initiative rolls sucked. I get a straight 16 on this dude that's got an initiative of 0.
I roll with advantage, and I got a 2 and a 3 as a rogue. So
Well done.
that's a thing.
Everyone's dice is coming up black to I can't see the dice.
No,
weird.
that's Troy's dice.
That's just Troy.
That's Troy.
Right.
Black as my heart. Right then. So, it's that one's first. Somehow, despite the
Back in the side of the face.
okay. So yeah, looking up and see, the creature that you've hit in the back just it looks now very, very, very hurt. Its companion looks up at it, looked past that, up the corridor at you, Gray, with your hands still held out. It's like, and it will begin to run, but it can't reach you, so it's going to dash. It's stupid and runs up and stops there and cannot do anything else. Great, your turn.
Nice.
I guess I'm just going to hit it with my sword, which is in my hand. I have 2 attacks, so the first attack That's a 15 to hit.
That hits.
That's 12 points of slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
On the second attack. Ugh.
That misses.
I assumed it would. But... And I shall enter my turn.
Okay, so the creature comes barreling at you with its, and you can as it runs towards you, you can see it looks like a big, burly, deformed humanoid. It's completely bald. There is not a scrap of hair on it. But its skin is a really pale, dirty pallor. It's got big, jagged teeth and claws, and as it runs towards you with its mouth open and its claws out, you kind of bring your sword up and slash at its chest. Big gash across the front of it. It's still up though. So that is that one. And yeah, they both rolled really well for their initiatives. Okay. So, seeing its companion running past it, this one is also going to follow suit. I don't think it's going to have enough movement either. No, but so it's also it's just going to run up, completely oblivious to any danger, and it's going to come up to the side of you here. But it cannot do anything, so it is now Rune's turn.
Okie dokie. Rune is kind of going to go, and yeah. Which one has been hit? This one here?
Both of them now.
Oh, they've both been hit, okay. He is going to, he's just going to attack the guy right in front of him. So, attack 1. Come on. Why hasn't that gone through? I did click the button. No? Nothing? Maybe I didn't click it. Let me try again.
So the Roll20 connection has always been a bit slow. Not Roll20.
Okay.
D&D Beyond.
Let me try. Oh, there it goes.
There it is.
There it is.
So, 22 to hit.
22 hits.
And that's... Shit, wait. Is it saying it's two-handed there?
No,
you
one-handed.
displaying
You
one-handed
can
and
choose
two-handed.
either.
Okay, so it's 5 slashing
Although-
one-handed.
Yeah,
You rolled ones for both of them.
I
Yeah.
know, it's crazy.
Terrible.
It's terrible. And I will... I have another attack, so I'm going to attack again. There we are. 15
hit?
to hit.
Yep.
And that's 11.
Two-handed again. 11 one-handed.
One-handed.
Okay. Yep. So as the creature has run forward into your field of vision, it's completely not paying attention to you at all. Its arms are outstretched, reaching for Grey, and as you see it run towards you, you take a slash. The first time big hole appears in its side. Seeing this as a point of entry, you stab through, getting multiple organs, and it drops dead from
Yay.
death.
From death. It dies from death.
Nasty case of death.
Okay, cool.
Anything else?
Well, no, I don't think so. I'm going to, because I've only met these two people behind you, I'm just going to assume that they are like almost like just innocents. I've never seen them fight or anything like that. So I'm going to stand there and put my shield up. And get ready for any kind of incoming attacks.
Does that mean the lantern is then on the floor at this point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. If I turn, then Taral.
Taral will just take a step back, just getting a slightly better view of what's going on, and I would like to raise my longbow and take a shot upon this one at the bottom here.
All right.
A 27 to hit.
Yep.
Fuck me.
Right. So,
For
You-
8
you-
damage.
Yep, you take aim. Now, Grey, you're aware that a creature has run up next to you and is attempting to flank you along with its companion. You've just watched the one in front of you go down. You feel a whisper of air kind of part your hair across the back of your neck. And you look to your left and see that there is now a creature pinned to the door with an arrow through its forehead.
Nice.
As it also dies.
Lovely.
Nice.
Taral just gives a nod like, I got you.
Very nice.
Well, that's well worth getting the battle music out for. Right then.
I'm in a ready stance, and I just stand up and sheath the dagger and the sword, and was like, "Wow, you don't need me at all."
That was pretty efficient work.
I'm gonna go up to this one, pinned to the wall, and I'm gonna grip the arrow and kind of pull it out of its head, let it drop to the floor, and then pass it back to Taral and go, I believe this is yours. That is a very good shot.
Thank you very much, sir. I could always do with the extras, I suppose.
Well, it's nice to know that you can take care of yourself. All is good.
A few tricks, I suppose, yeah.
Okay, I better just check this room quickly. 3.
Don't go on your own.
Buddy system.
Buddy system!
Shit.
Okay, so as you enter this room, your feet clang on crudely bolted together rusty metal.
Oh no.
As you look around at just a complete horror show. There is rusty hooks from the walls. There are chains on the floor. There is a big metal cage. Rusty buckets. Pokers are sticking out of what is now a cold forge or possibly a cooker. And in the center of the room where the creatures were feeding appears to be very, very old coagulated blood.
Oosh. I have the feeling that this belongs to the followers of you-know-who, Grey.
Yeah.
I really think we're going to need some serious conversations at the end of this.
Indeed.
Very much.
Indeed. Well,
There's a lot of information that I'd like to know.
Doesn't happen to be any keys in here.
A cursory glance suggests no. Lots of implements of pain and pain, but no keys.
Okay. I shall continue.
A little background information for you two. Grey and I were trying to find, I guess, this place before we met our, temporary end.
Right.
But now I'm here. Yeah, this is not how I wanted to stumble upon it.
Fuck's sake, we're
That
just
does
walking
not
in circles.
necessarily fill me with confidence for what lies ahead of us.
We're just walking in circles. I'm just going to try this door.
Okay, so this is a metal door, single this time. The door opens easily enough under your hand. It will do once I remove it. Here you fuck.
Ooh, no thank you.
Great, more torture rooms. We should have been. I can't. I've already lost track of what we went through. Where have we not been? It's just more torture stuff, guys.
That tracks.
Yes, that is a fair point. The ground in here will have been dust covered, so you will have a rough idea of where you've already been.
Okay.
Because your tracks are in the dust.
And have we been past this statue before?
No.
No, we haven't been here before.
Alright,
Hold on a
so we're
minute.
not directly
But-
in a circle yet.
Looking down this corridor, that
Leads back to the blood circle of summoning.
Right.
Right, I've put it on explorer mode now, so now it should remember where you've been.
Okay.
It does. That's helpful.
Is it?
Is whilst it is amusing for me to hear you getting annoyed, it's probably not much fun for you.
Okay.
So, yeah, guys, I'm running out of ideas. I think we just have to start trying doors, like every door.
Well, let's spiral into the center. I think we've been in a big square so far.
I mean, down this way.
Yeah.
I guess let's try these doors then and keep moving down.
Okay, I'm gonna try this one.
Yeah, okay. The door opens easily.
Gold.
Is it?
The moment mention of gold,
Nah,
I'm
it's probably-
immediately there.
Hey.
It's probably just straw.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, so
never mind
this is a rather dank, windowless room. A bucket sits in the corner. A very, very, very old pile of what probably would have been decrepit hay, even when it was fresh. Lies in one corner with a rag and a makeshift pillow set up on it.
Can I try this door that I'm at?
Where are you at? Okay.
After signalling for a light to come up to me.
Aziz, light! That's you. That's
What? I'm trying to. Sorry. Where are we?
North. North to me. No, wrong way.
Fichte is asking for light.
Fichte is asking for light for a door.
Where
you going?
are you?
North.
He's up.
Ah, right, okay. Aha.
And what do I see in this room?
Pretty much the same as I saw in the other room. It was clearly someone's very dank, squalid quarters at some point.
Lovely. Never mind then.
That was well worth the wait.
Oh, we're back here, are we?
Yeah.
Although before we went down to the right?
Yeah, but I think. I mean, we can try this way, but I think that kind of went back to where we came as well.
This is going to be where we killed the things. Yeah.
Yeah, to the left, yeah. But I mean, like down here, that might just lead back to where we came.
That's also, yeah.
But there is a door there, so I may as well
Let's
try
check
this.
Okay. So you trying this one?
Yep.
Okay. So a slightly larger room, but in this instance, the straw is covered with old blood.
Nasty. Yeah.
This place really is just one creepy hole in the ground.
So were there more doors the way we came? But I think there were. Yeah,
There
was
were,
a really
yeah.
long corridor.
There were.
It was a really fucking long corridor, wasn't it? Oh yeah, there was the weird shadowy place.
Keep up, guys. So I guess we try this door.
Right. So, I'd like to point out that after you were in battle, you did not re-roll for stealth.
Right.
And as you re-enter this area, the shadows in the hallway begin to swirl.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
And a deep voice or deep noise emerges.
Nope.
Which is where we're going to call it for this evening.
Nope.
Oh no!
Why are the creepy voices? No, not the creepy voices. Oh no.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So there we go. Thank you very much, everybody, for attending. I hope you had a wonderful time. I certainly did. Right. So yeah, there we go. The beginning of the new saga of the Phoenix 4. Wow. So many mysteries. So many mysteries up in the air. Right. So yeah, if you want to find out what happens next time, tune in next Thursday, 8:30, twitch.tv/TNT Nerds. Thank you guys for playing with me in my little world. I appreciate it immensely.
Absolutely.
And with that, I think the only thing left to say is don't
be
a dick.
Be a dick.
I thought we were changing it for this. Oh, okay.
No, that's our mantra.
I didn't agree to anything. Right, thanks very much, everybody.
Shit.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Troy. Thank you, Troy. Thank you,
Yeah.
audience.
Cheers, man. It's great to be playing again.
Oh yeah.
Good stuff. Right.
See you next week.
Good night. Yeah.
Yep. See you next week, guys.
Bye.
Goodbye.
In a world of adventure, of magic and might, with crypts full of cryptids and caverns of light, and evil is lurking, hungry to conquer the land. We're alone come for heroes, ready to march out to war. Destined for greatness, fighting like never before. Rising from the flames, where once stood for strangers, now stand for friends, bearing this campaign. Rising, and soon you'll know their names. At the end of this battle, at the end of this game, the Phoenix 4 will remain. With fiery blade and thundering axe, with prayers of healing and a face-eating cat, nothing can